roughly tell us how the band was formed and how the band is like.
It was formed 10 years ago, so we've been around for a long time.
Actually, yeah.
Although we don't look it,
okay, how the group was formed was because the group was actually made up of members from other a cappella groups at that time
that were breaking up.
Yeah, those groups were kind of like on the verge of a breakup already. So and we were looking for another group to join, and also we were thinking we wanted to. When we first formed the group, it was more of a for fun thing. We didn't know if it was going to work, so we just got together with a few other people because she was from because we were from Inner Court, and then at that time the bass was from Budak Pantai, and then so but we all know everybody because this circle is very small. So we were saying, hey, let's just get together and sing for fun. Like, it was more self-indulgent than anything else. So when we got together and we started singing, and the sound just clicked, and we said, hey, wow, not bad, no?
Yeah.
Maybe we should consider taking this one step further. Maybe we should consider singing for real, not just for fun. And then just so happened that one by one our own groups kind of like died off. So so we said, well, why not? Because now we're free, we don't have to straddle two groups, And so that's how really the group was formed, and hence the name Key Elements, because really all of us were basically, we like to think of ourselves as key elements of our former groups, So that's how the name was actually coined.
Okay, so how tough is it to form actually an a cappella band? Was there any difficulties in coming through?
I think the difficulty is finding people who are committed to stay.
Yeah.
Because I think the sound needs a lot of time to settle and develop. And if you don't invest the time, or if you think you can form a group overnight, I think that's not the way to go, especially for an a cappella where you really need to sing together. But I think also personality-wise, I think you need to click other than music, because otherwise it becomes like just a chore.
Yeah, sense of humor is pretty similar in this group, and our likes and dislikes as well. We like food, we like
Food.
And food.
So it's fun when you have like similar personalities or people who can click. It's chemistry is important.
Chemistry is very important.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why we're together for 10 years.
So you guys have been around for around 10 years. So what changes have you seen in the local and the foreign a cappella industry?
What changes? I think the a cappella scene across Asia as a whole is growing, and in Singapore it's I won't exactly say it's maturing, but it's come a long way since for 3 of us we've been singing in an a cappella group since 1987. That was when we first formed our first a cappella group in a
Before
court.
she was born.
Yeah. So and in the court we're celebrating, basically we've been around for 20 years, right? So at the time there were no a cappella groups to speak of in Singapore. It was a very new thing. So from that time up to today, where you have I don't know how many active groups there are in Singapore right now, probably about 10 over active groups. I would say we've come a long way. And it takes a while for each of the groups to establish their own niche, their own sound, their own kind of style that they want to sing. But I think in Singapore we've got quite a good spectrum of different types of groups singing different types of music. Like my cappella does a lot of Chinese rock, Chinese pop. We are more focused on jazz and pop. Vocaloptions is doing jazz pop and a little bit of Broadway stuff. And so each group is slightly different, and I think that's good because we cover different types of music, and we can offer the audience a wider choice of music to listen to. I think the same goes for places like Taiwan. Taiwan has shot up a lot in the last probably 10-15 years. The a cappella scene has grown very much. Yeah, we've seen that. Korea as well. Korea is also doing very well in the a cappella. Korea and Japan, they're all doing well. Probably, these are the few countries that are actually picking up and going places. They've got the mass within the country. We're talking about an a cappella group there. if they want to go full-time like Maytree, they can just sing in all the different parts of the country and they can travel. For us, in Singapore, where can you go? Today, Toa Payoh, tomorrow, Queenstown. It's the same people, so kind of restrictive. There's only so much that we can do. If we want to do more, we will have to go abroad. We have to venture abroad, and that's what key elements we've been doing.
I think you forgot to mention China with the sing-off.
Yeah, with the sing-off,
It's very big.
Yeah, China is picking up really very fast. Yeah, leaps and bounds, Yeah.
Okay, key elements. What is have been your greatest achievement since forming the band?
That we stay on.
We stayed together for 10 years. I think that's
we haven't killed one another yet.
it's a pretty big achievement, I think, because it takes commitment, and I think with younger groups, it's easy to form a group, but as priorities change, as they grow older, priorities change. Right now, we're at a stage in our lives where we don't have that many priorities anymore, so we spend a lot of time together singing. So I think it's a
other than that, if you're talking about, I don't know about greatest achievement, but we've always done things that we felt that we should try or we should do, So in 2004, we went to Taiwan. We took part in the first in their national competition, and we were lucky enough to be awarded second place. Yeah, we also picked up best arrangement at the time. 2007, we were invited to Seoul to perform. 2008, 2008 we went to Malaysia, Genting, and that was part of the Genting Jazz Festival. Again, something very different. It's not just for a cappella groups. It's really you're working with musicians. So different ball game, but so fun. And then 2009 we went to Jeju in Korea again. We were invited there to perform. So and then if you're talking about achievements, I would say we've gone on to record our own albums, and we have put up successful sellout concerts. I think we are lucky in the sense that all of our full-length concerts that we've put up have been sold-out concerts. So I think we're very grateful to our friends and our fans for the constant support, the last 10 years.
Okay. So in your profile, actually, we saw that every one of you has this element name.
Yes.
So what is that? What is that actually for, and where did you actually?
Well, we were actually playing around with the idea of the periodic table, elements.
Key elements.
Yeah.
The word elements.
So and actually the two of them were chemical engineers. They studied chemical engineering, but they.
And we worked as engineers. We worked as sales engineers. But we
sales engineer, but they were not
in the industry for about almost 10 years, right?
Me, no, for
So
10 years.
yeah. So anyway, so we were thinking like using the names of our own name, and then you combine it with the element's name. So you actually came up with a
very unstable
fictitious,
element.
fictitious element names like manganese and helium.
Jasonium,
it's Kimbian.
Kimbian, and
Benedict.
So, what do you think are the key elements that makes up a good a cappella band?
Commitment.
Yeah, like what he says.
It's not just talent. It's really, it's really commitment to the group, to grow the sound. Really, it's just more commitment. Commitment of time.
All depends. I think what makes a good a cappella group would be someone who understands the group, and someone who's able to arrange specifically for the group. I find that having in-house arrangers like for us, our group, it helps a lot because as arrangers, we know the limitations of our singers. We know what they can do and what they can't do at this point, so we're able to sometimes arrange a score and say that, okay, we'll give you a little bit of challenge, take you up just a little bit out of your comfort zone, but not all the way out until you just give up and die, And on the other hand, we don't want you to sing something that's so boring and so safe the same note over and over again, you just fall asleep singing. So there's got to be this balance, I think. And I think that is, having a good arranger within the group helps tremendously. Yeah.
It's last question. With the forming of ARC, so how do you think ARC will actually benefit the local a cappella groups in Singapore?
Arts is actually a resource.
Yeah.
Arts is the a cappella center for resource in Singapore. So what we try to do is to provide a platform and a place where all the different a cappella groups in Singapore can refer to if they need help. So we are here just to serve them, basically. I'm the president of Arts this year. He's the secretary, and what we aim to do is to help all the various a cappella groups if they need help in terms of if you want scores, if you need scores, you don't know where to go, we'll help you to look for scores, or we can help you to arrange scores and stuff like that. If you require, if you don't have an occasion to sing for, you don't know what to sing for. Many a cappella groups die off because after they form already, then what? You practice, then what, right? So you don't have a place to sing, you don't have anything to sing for, no occasion. So what we try to do is to connect them with other people. So if a client were to want an a cappella group to perform for their event, dinner and dance or whatever, and they don't know who to approach, then we say, we're here, we can help you, we can be your middleman, we can help you to connect. So I think that's what we try to provide for the a cappella groups, on top of trying to provide mentorship and workshops for the younger a cappella groups as well. And also, I think having a society like that gives us a good platform to network with a cappella groups from abroad. So it's easier. I think as a group, you always sound stronger as a group, Yeah, I think that would help.
Yeah. Okay. Before we end the interview, do you have anything to emphasize to your fans out there, or those who are inspired to become an a cappella group?
I think for our fans, we just want to say that we love you and we thank you so much. I mean, really, for the constant support. They've always been there for us, always coming for our shows, our gigs. Couldn't have asked for more.
I think also for the newer groups, oops.
For the newer groups, I would say,
just have to hang in there and
don't give up.
Yeah, keep practicing and forming yourself, because it's a waste if you have the talent but you don't show the commitment, you won't grow as a group.
Okay. Do you have any interview here?
No,
Thank you very much.
thank you very much.